दांत है कि इसे दांत में या शासी दे ढाती है और दुरसे से साथे काचा ताधा ए जाती और आस
All right, hello everybody. My name is Teri-Ann and I am a warrior of the light. My purpose here on earth at this time is to help you to find inner peace with clarity and ease through tools that you can use today in this moment now, and to understand that the journey of duality is just that. We have a human experience underway as we are experiencing really intense solar flares. Today is the 5th of November. It's a super full moon. And I am squeezing this video into my life because I'm called to serve you in understanding that what you're feeling is valid, and that what you're experiencing is valid, and that moving through this duality is intense. There are so many people right now that are experiencing depression, that are experiencing grief, that are really looking at the darkness within themselves, and this in itself is their purpose, to shed light on the dark. I started my journey as a holistic nutritionist, but really I became a fully holistic mentor when I took my childbirth education training through Birthing from Within. And shout out to that program because it taught me about archetypes. Now, archetypes are ways that we navigate this reality through different lenses. Some would say characters. And these characters that we play teach us things about ourselves. And as a soul experiencing a human reality, we are here to experience duality. There's something called the victim and the judge, where the door rotates. You cannot be a judge without also being the victim. Because what you put out into the world is a reflection of your inner being. So if you're finding that you're judging people, it's because you're truly judging yourself, and that you're seeing that there is something unmet, unheard, unfelt, unnourished within you. And the nourishment comes from acceptance. It comes from truth. And it comes from authentic living. Authenticity is very vulnerable. And when we choose this path of being a warrior of the light, we choose to be authentic, and this comes with vulnerability. Authenticity is actually a higher frequency than love because it calls us to surrender. Surrender to the higher self, surrender to not having your reality created by the overculture. There's a writer, her name is, she wrote Running with the Wolves, Clarice. Put it in the comments if you can remember, really help me out here. Now, when she writes her stories, she utilizes archetypes to help us to be the characters, to feel the feelings, and to see that the growth comes from the experiences. But all too many of the collective are stuck in trying to analyze and to point fingers as to why they're feeling these feelings. And if we can use the idea that we are an archetype moving through a story, and the story is our game of life, and that if we're navigating our story with authenticity, and we're coming into peace within ourselves at least a couple times a day, where we're able to drop the story where we're able to be with what is within inside of us, we're actually able to bring back clarity in the storyline, because we're not using the brain to figure it out. We're accepting it is what it is. And with acceptance, you actually are able to have a higher bird's eye view perspective. And that gives you a greater capacity for navigating it, whatever it is that you're navigating, because you can see that it's part of the bigger picture, that this too shall pass. And that you're not stuck in grief. You're not stuck in depression. It's that these dense emotions are calling you back to your center. They're calling you back into trusting that this is a journey, and that along the way of the journey, we must navigate duality. So, just taking a minute to pause and to really soak that in. If you can hear the rain falling on my car, I hope it brings you a sense of peace in trusting your journey, and trusting your path forward. And if you're in it now, if you're in the duality, if you're feeling the density, if you're navigating the grief, trust that it is for its purpose, which is to shine a light on the dark so that you can look at it and then you can let it go. And the more that you do that, the less density resides within you, and the more space that you create to create something new from. And this is the opportunity that we're having now. It's the 5th of November, 2025. Today we've had 5 M-class and X-class CMEs, coronal mass ejections from the sun. And this is potentially going to create a geomagnetic storm tomorrow, which is Thursday and Friday. And these light codes are infused with 3I, Atlas, energy codes that are going to bring more clarity and more up within us to be looked at, so that we can shake free from the overculture, shoulds, and blaming, and he said, she said, and whatever, and then come into the center of the truth of that we are energy moving through space and time, that we are here to understand that we are not human in a soul, in a human body, that we are a soul experiencing human life, and that this is just a fractal of who we are. We are much bigger and broader than we can even hold space for within this capacity of understanding. So when we have grace and empathy for ourselves as we're moving through these dense feelings, and we just hold ourselves, we give ourselves extra baths, we give ourselves extra sleep, we give ourselves extra soul food, nourishing ourselves with yummy teas and time to ponder. What is it that I'm releasing right now? What is it that I'm being shown about myself right now? And because I'm in this dark place, it doesn't mean that I failed. It actually means that I'm doing the work, that I'm moving through the density, and it may feel like mud today, but tomorrow I'm gonna set the intention that I wake up with clarity, that I wake up and I'm open to receiving mystical, magical experiences. And I actually make space in my life to have them by grounding each day, cutting all cords. So I've got my spiritual hygiene. I pull my energy back in from all the places and people that I've left it with. I clear my aura. I set the intention that I am in receiving of only the highest energetic offerings, and anything that is not for my highest good is transmuted into unconditional love, and only then I receive that energy. So then I make space to go into the void. Now the void is when you're in the stillness, and then you're able to receive downloads, you're able to receive mystical, magical experiences, synchronicities, undeniable messages from spirit. And then because I've made space and time to receive those, then they happen for me. And if you're stuck in the density and you can't even think about doing any of the things I've mentioned, the best thing you can do is to ground. And I actually have a couple of grounding channeled meditations on my page, so take a look at those. I'm here to support you. Other ways that you can do grounding would just be have a hot bath. You can walk with bare feet in nature. You could just hug a tree. That's really grounding. You can do the vagus nerve stimulation by humming. I really enjoy vagus nerve stimulation with my ear, which is, it sounds funny, but if you push on the part of your ear that like goes down here and you just press it, if it hurts, you really need it. That means your vagus nerve is very tight and you need to release it. So just pushing here and then pulling the lobe down and pulling the lobe out and pulling the lobe up. And I do this for my children quite a lot, and they really, at first they say, ow, 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 because they need it, and then they ask me to do it again. Because it works, and they feel good. 11-11. So finding ways to come into the body and not to avoid the body. And this is what we are here to do, is to have presence with what is to have presence with the opportunity that we have to be within ourselves in this dynamic way, and really coming into trust as well. My guides are always talking about how important it is to trust the journey and to trust that we are going towards what we are aiming for. So just know that this too shall pass. I really hope this message finds exactly who it needs to find. I offer bioenergy healing. I'm a channeler, and I do a bit of sound healing. I also do breathwork journeys and plant medicine journeys. And I have a free spiritual support group here in Nanaimo in Vancouver Island in BC. If you're looking for some more support, please reach out. Go to my website, which is my name, Teri-Ann Coombes.com. And you don't have to do this alone. The most amazing part about this journey is that there are actually quite a lot of us. You just need to find the right groups and circles that will support you in finding your truth and sitting in your authentic expression, so that you can honor the vulnerability that you're in right now. It's okay not to know which direction to go in, and it's okay that you're confused about life. And I too am moving through this, where I'm really figuring out what my next steps are, because I know that November is calling me into surrender. It's calling me into rest. It's calling me into integration, and it's calling me into creativity through inspiration and trust. So breathing in with me, let's ground now this message, and I really look forward to seeing you on the next one. I'm going to do a channeled message for the next video, and so I hope that you are open and ready to receive that. I'm honored and grateful to share this journey with you, and let's just take a couple big breaths. One more. Yeah, we got this. This is what we came for, and we can do it. I send you so much love. Peace, my friends.